Cleveland, the Ball brothers, Knipple, Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, we had a
Lots to unpack.
You know what? It was actually a good game. You know, on paper, you look at kind of Cleveland; they're not having their greatest of years, and then you look at where Charlotte's obviously at, still in a rebuild. But the one thing this gig gives me is the opportunity to see things below the surface. So you see everything on surface. You'll see a team's record, and you'll be like, "Man, Charlotte, another year they're bad." But when you cover the game and you have to study them and you have to prepare to call a game, you get to see what they're building. And then you see LaMelo in person. You see, and obviously I've played against him many times, but to see Knipple play, to see Brandon Miller, you're like, okay, wait. So they actually have some talented pieces there. Okay, the 1 and 2 and 3 spot, they're pretty good. It's filling out that 4 and 5 is where they need help. And even as the 4, you got Miles Bridges, who for now is a pretty damn good player. Obviously, he's a little bit older than those other guys, but he's a good vet, a guy who has a lot of experiences. And then they have a 5 who I really like. I like I want to pronounce his name right. It's like Bayamate or
I can't say it right either, so we'll let you take the fall on that one.
Listen, bottom line is Charlotte has pieces that you start to see like, okay, maybe in the future this team can actually, and I say future, I mean near future, as in like next year. Now, obviously, they have answers and questions with LaMelo, whatever the case may be. But talking to management, I got to talk to the front office yesterday. Got to talk to their head coach. They love Melo, and for everything that people see him as or not, they have another side to it. They're like, there's a lightness to him. He's always in a good mood. He's always smiling. So people are like, oh, he's immature. It's like, the dude's always happy.
Is that like the same way we talked about like Dwight Howard with the Magic, where it's like
it's like people are like, he's so goofy. He's always playing around. He's not serious.
Yeah.
It's like, well, Dwight Howard took those guys to the finals.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they only lost because they went against like a top tier Kobe Bryant.
And on the flip side, there are stars that you never know what you're going to get when they walk in. We've talked about that
it's like,
before.
Bro, there's moody ass stars on most of these teams.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, would you rather have like Kawhi Leonard as your best player? Or would you rather have LaMelo Ball? They're polar opposites, but like one's kind of brings an energy to the table. The one, I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't know if he's going to play. I don't know if he's going to talk. He got mad at someone the other day for putting a camera on him after the game.
Yeah.
He's, I don't understand. So it's one of those things where like, the glass is, what is it, half empty? People are always looking at like what someone doesn't have instead of like the things he can do well. And I like LaMelo. His game, obviously, is so talented, man. He had multiple plays yesterday that leaves you in awe. They just got to learn how to win. They got to learn how to compete at a high level for 48 minutes. They were with Cleveland all 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, they just kind of just punched them out 1 by 20.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the difference.
Look where the Caps players are in their career versus where the Hornets players are in their career, right?
Correct.
They're supposed to win that game.
That's where like you can start to see, on paper, I'm like, oh my gosh, Charlotte. And then you meet the coach and you meet new management and you see how optimistic they are and how positive they are. And then like their shoot arounds and all this stuff. You're like, they're really like turning stuff around. It's actually like, it was eye opening for me being around them, especially front office, the coach. Like they got a certain way about them where you start to see why their GM's 30-something years old and in that position. You start to see why their coach is 30-something years old and in that position. Like these guys,
we don't know the future of the Eastern Conference. You know what I mean? Like we don't. It's an open conference.
Yeah,
we don't know how some of these teams that are rebounding from injury are going to come back. We don't know. I mean, listen. In a few years, it's open for any team, especially them. Knipple, fastest player to 100 threes. So
Shout out to Con Knipple. Definitely has a way about him. Just seems like an ultra competitor, very confident. He's just a pro, and obviously he can shoot the hell out of the ball. It's funny we're talking about this right now, just because yesterday I'm talking to Charlotte's front office, and he's like, it's been tough. We came in, and we were behind, and we had draft picks, but they haven't come to fruition yet. So we needed something to go right for us. We knew LaMelo was going to be good, so LaMelo worked out. All right, but that wasn't our draft. We weren't here for that. He's like, so we were like, we got to draft well. Brandon Miller's worked out, in our opinion. He's very good. He's talented. We like him. But you got to get lucky. Knipple's our guy. You know what I mean? Like, we got lucky with him. Do we think Knipple could play? Absolutely. We like how strong his lower base was. I mean, this is how they were talking about it. They're like, we like how strong his base is. We liked how thick and strong he is, how he could shoot. Do we think he was going to be a 20-point per game player his rookie year and break Steph Curry's 3-point record? No, but you got to get lucky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, we've had a lot of bad luck. I mean, this is the guy looking at me like, we've had a lot of bad luck here. It's about time it's coming back our way. I was like, damn. You start hearing this, you're like, shit, it's hard. The front office stuff a lot of it is luck. You can't determine a player's success always. Now,